Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's January 13th, 7:46. We are called to order. Please rise and pledge the flag.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Matt, roll call, please.
Kyle Schenk.
Here.
Laura Hauk.
Here.
Diane Gundrum.
Here.
President Al-Zayed.
Here.
Vice President Nolan.
Here, not Vice President.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Vice President Gundrum is here. Megan Nolan is here. Laura Gamble.
Here.
And Heather Cosenza.
Here.
And Mayor Heil.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. Mr. Bell, that's all you.
Yeah, Madam President, we were in executive session from 7 o'clock to approximately, that's not right, is it? Almost 10 of 8, quarter of 8, and with regard to several personnel matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bello. All right, first up here for council consideration, we have approval of our December 9th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion.
A second.
Motion from Ms. Hauk, second from Ms. Gundrum. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have approval of our January 5th, 2026 reorganization meeting minutes. Do you have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion from Ms. Nolan. We have a second from Ms. Yes, from Ms. Gamble. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up, we have our council proclamation recognizing the service of former council member Amy High, Tony Heil, and former Mayor Beth Jack Sear, and our former tax collector Doris Freimeyer. And we can have everyone come up to the dais.
That would be great.
All right, I'm going to read out our proclamations here. A proclamation of the Borough of Bridgeport, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, recognizing the service of Tony Heil, whereas service in municipal governments is essential to the community, appreciated by the general public, and can often be consuming, and whereas Tony Heil completed 3 4-year terms of service to the Borough of Bridgeport as a result of being elected to the Ward 3 seat on Borough Council in 2014, 2018, and 2022, and whereas Tony Heil served dutifully as a member of Borough Council during his tenure, including as Vice President for his final term, and whereas Tony Heil's term as member of the Bridgeport Borough Council ended December 31st, 2025, and whereas the Borough Council of the Borough of Bridgeport, on behalf of its citizens, wishes to express its heartfelt appreciation for Tony Heil's service and recognize the merit of his accomplishments. Now, therefore, I, Saba Al-Zayed, as president of the Borough of Bridgeport Council and on behalf of the entirety of the Borough of Bridgeport, do hereby recognize and congratulate Tony for his service to the borough. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Borough of Bridgeport to be affixated this 13th day of January in the year of our Lord 2026. Congratulations, Tony.
I thought that guy'd never retire.
Megan, do you want to come with the flowers and stuff? Megan was really nice to coordinate some flowers for everybody.
Actually, Tony, maybe you should open up your
I think it's picture worthy.
Junebug cupcakes as a thank you for your council service.
Oh, thank you.
And this is a little something because mayoring is probably thirsty business, and you
Okay.
might need it.
Oh, thank you. Should I put it here?
You should open it. You should open it.
Oh, thank you very much for the wrestling championship.
It's a fanny pack cooler bag.
Oh, good. I thank you very much. I definitely need it. Thank you. Wait, let me put this down. I'd rather get this picture.
Hey, want to hold it?
Sure.
Wonderful. Congrats, Tony.
Thank you very much. I'll take those cupcakes with me. Most important.
All right. Next up, we have a proclamation of the Borough of Bridgeport, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, recognizing the service of Beth Jack Sear, where service in municipal government is essential to the community, appreciated by the general public, and can often be consuming. And whereas Beth Jack Sear completed a 4-year term of service to the Borough of Bridgeport as a result of being elected mayor of the Borough of Bridgeport in 2022. And whereas Beth Jack Sear also served dutifully as mayor of the Borough of Bridgeport during her tenure. And whereas Beth Jack Sear's term as mayor of the Borough of Bridgeport ended on December 31st, 2025. And whereas the Borough Council of the Borough of Bridgeport, on behalf of its citizens and its mayor, wishes to express its heartfelt appreciation for Beth Jack Sear's service, recognize the merit of her accomplishments, and offer its sincere best wishes to her in her future endeavors. Now, therefore, I, Sal Balzaid, as president of the Borough of Bridgeport Council, and on behalf of the residents of Bridgeport, do hereby recognize and congratulate Beth for her service to the borough. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Borough of Bridgeport to be affixed to the 13th day of January in the year of our Lord 2026. Congratulations, Beth. All right. You have pretty flowers, so you can hold your flowers.
Here are some beautiful flowers for Beth. Oh my. And your cupcakes as well.
the important part.
Congratulations. Thank you. Like, I have to hold, I'm gonna place them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it.
All right, next up, we have a proclamation of the Borough of Bridgeport, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, recognizing the service of Doris Formeyer. Whereas service in municipal governments is essential to the community, appreciated by the general public, and can often be consuming. And whereas Doris Formeyer completed 6 term of service to the Borough of Bridgeport as a result of being elected tax collector of the Borough of Bridgeport in every general election from 2001 to 2021. And whereas Doris Formeyer served dutifully as tax collector of the Borough of Bridgeport during her tenure, and whereas Doris Formeyer's term as tax collector of the Borough of Bridgeport ended on December 31st, 2025, whereas the Borough Council of the Borough of Bridgeport, on behalf of its citizens and its mayor, wishes to express its heartfelt appreciation for Doris's service, recognize the merit of her accomplishments, and offer its sincere best wishes to her in her future endeavors. Now, therefore, I, Sal Balzaid, as the president of the Borough of Bridgeport Council, and on behalf of the residents of the Borough of Bridgeport, do hereby recognize and congratulate Doris for her service to the borough. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Borough of Bridgeport to be affixed to the 13th day of January in this year of our Lord, 2026. Congratulations. Megan, more fun stuff.
Thank you for all of your years of service to the borough.
I got that.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, I got that. All right.
Cut the cupcakes.
Congratulations. I'll walk these back. Continuing in our celebrations, we want to have our November 2025 Employee of the Month, Brian Kane, recognized as Employee of our Month. I'll let Keith kind of talk us through this one.
Thank you, President Alzaid. Yes, as is customary, at least since 2020, beginning of 2025, when we started the program, I'd like to announce with pride that Brian Kane was nominated by his peers as November 2025's Employee of the Month. Brian is a longtime member of the wastewater treatment plant, having worked at the sewer plant for well over a decade now. Brian is a skilled lead with his operator's license through the state of Pennsylvania. We're fortunate that of our 4 sewer plant staff members, 3 of them are state certified plant licensed operators, which gives us a lot of versatility in that regard. Brian is also a resident of Bridgeport, living on DeKalb Street with his lovely wife Brianna and their children. And Brian loves fly fishing for trout and, unfortunately, the Washington Commanders. But there's they can't all be home runs. We all have skeletons in our closet, so we'll forgive him for that. But a great guy, loved by his coworkers, and dedicated, reliable employee. And we thank Brian for his service and congratulate him on this award. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Brian. Awesome. I just wanted to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Hope everyone had great holidays and enjoyed some time off. I know I did. We had a lot of fun with the family at the Poconos, so that was my highlight of the last month. Definitely wanted to also congratulate everyone on all their previous efforts, as we can see, Mr. Heil, Beth, and Amy, and for all their collaboration and work that they've put in. Thankfully, we have Tony kind of sticking around and hopefully kind of, expressing some new thoughts as mayor, and really looking forward to the next 4 years and all his efforts and projects and, whatever he is bringing to the table. Really enjoyed working with you so far, and I'm excited to kind of see you in a new role as mayor. So I want to congratulate you on that. And then we have some new council members. So I'm really excited to collaborate with everyone. I think that we've done some great work, kind of foundationally set, and I think now it's the time for strategy, and just excited for the next couple of years. So I just wanted to congratulate everyone. Just really quickly, we just received in the mail a proclamation from Beauport from John Fetterman. So earlier in the year, we had invited them to Beauport. They're very excited about the efforts that we have here, and I just wanted to quickly read out the proclamation. Sorry, I have to read so much today in advance, but I do think it's important as it kind of sets us, apart in the area in general. We're being recognized by some by John Fetterman here, and I think it's worthwhile just kind of sharing with you all. Proclamation for Bridgeport, whereas the Borough of Bridgeport, Pennsylvania is home to a vibrant community that gathers each year to celebrate activities, traditions, and togetherness through Bridgeport, the largest Halloween celebration in Montgomery County, and whereas Bridgeport brings together thousands of residents and visitors in its annual parade, vendor fair, and family-friendly activities showcasing local businesses, artists, and organizations while strengthening community pride, and whereas Bridgeport's innovative programming, including themed attractions, decorated streets, costume contests, and special features like the Wienermobile and drone show reflects Bridgeport's commitment in making the celebration accessible, inclusive, and enjoyable for all ages. And whereas the event serves as a cornerstone of community life in Montgomery County, drawing participants from neighboring towns and creating a welcoming space that highlights the region's cultural spirit. And whereas Bridgeport exemplifies the power of community engagement, fostering traditions that bring people together and inspire joy year after year. Now, therefore, in presenting this proclamation to the Borough of Bridgeport, John Fetterman, United States Senator, on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, proudly recognize and commend Bridgeport as a cherished celebration of community, creativity, and Halloween spirit in Montgomery County. And I extend my best wishes for continued success in the years ahead. So I think that's wonderful. We definitely want to thank him for that. And I think what has been wonderful in Bridgeport is we've always had great support from our local politicians, and this is nice to kind of also get some recognition elsewise, but just kind of proof that all of our efforts and all of the different events are proving to be useful for our community, and then also recognized beyond that. So just really thankful to their office for sending this over. All right, we can move on to some business here. We have for council consideration acceptance of retirement letter Stephen Wanzik, effective December 31st, 2025.
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion from Ms. Haug.
I'll second.
We have a second from Ms. Cosenza. Do we have any questions or comments from council or the public?
I'd just make the comment that Steve's been with the borough for a very, very, very long time. If he was here, he'd probably give me a hard time for so many varies. I think, gonna miss seeing him around Borough Hall and wish him the best with retirement.
Wonderful. Yeah, definitely want to thank him for his service, and he's someone that I always puts a smile on all of our faces. I think he's always been fun and jolly, and I really enjoyed working with him the past couple of years that I've been on board, so wishing him all the best as well. All right, do we have any more questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have the acceptance of resignation letter Angela Long, effective January 2nd, 2026. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion from Ms. Gundrum, second from Ms. Nolan. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public?
I would just make sure I had the same thing that we appreciate Angela Long's service at the borough. I want to make sure I make that clear before we have the vote. So I know she's not here tonight, but certainly if she does watch the YouTube, which I'm sure everybody does, thank you, Angela, for your time with the borough.
Yes, thank you. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-13, appointing Keith Truman as Borough Treasurer.
I'll make the motion.
Sauce, but second.
We have a motion from Ms. Haug, second from Mr. Shank. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public?
I'll just make the note that this is a temporary interim, and an interim measure until we conduct and complete our search for our next finance director.
Thank you, Mr. Truman. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-14, executing service agreement with Code Inspections, Inc. to provide inspection services for the Borough of Bridgeport.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion from Mr. Shank, second from Ms. Gundrum. Do we have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-15, reappointing Joseph Milroy to a new term on the Bridgeport Zoning Hearing Board and reaffirming the appointments of members John Gundrum and Jason Saxier. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion from Ms. Cosenza. We have second from Ms. Haug. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-16, appointing Nikisha Johnson to fill a vacancy on the Bridgeport Civil Service Commission.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion from Ms. Nolan, second from Ms. Haug. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public?
Is this the backup position on the commission, or am I confused? There's a backup on another board. This is just an open vacancy on the Civil Service Commission?
This is not a, this is, correct, this is an open vacancy on the Civil Service Commission.
Yeah, I know Nikisha Johnson's been great in the community and has served volunteering in different positions, so I'm happy to see her name. But do you have any additional questions or comments? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Next up for council consideration, we have authorization to purchase a new server for Borough Hall for $13,200. Right.
I would just note, members of council, in your packets, you'll find 3 competitive quotes for a new Borough server. Ours is on the verge of reaching the date where it is no longer going to be supported by our current provider, so it's time to get one. And Lenovo is the lowest responsible quote that we were able to obtain.
Thank you, Mr. Truman.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion from Ms. Hauk, second from Ms. Gamble. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Last up here for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-17, executing a contract with Tons of Fun shows for operations of the 2026 Bridgeport Carnival. Do we have a motion for Tons of Fun?
I always have a motion for tons of fun.
We have a motion from Ms. Nolan. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Hauk. Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public?
Can I just ask,
Yep.
we have used them, this is the typical group that we've worked with. Are they the best option?
So, Councilman Gamble, actually, no, we were, in December, we were notified by Swikes Amusements, who is our longtime carnival amusement operator, vendor, however you want to put it, that they were going to be hanging it up and retiring and no longer able to provide carnival services to the borough moving forward.
They can only provide pounds of fun.
Correct. However, Tons of Fun is a vendor that I've been in contact with in previous years because we do always look around for potential opportunities for improvement. And not that we had any blatant issues or concerns with Swikes, but now, given the fact that Swikes is forcing the hand and needing to find a new amusement vendor, Steve Swika, the owner of Swikes, actually reached out to Tons of Fun as well and helped ensure that we could still keep the standing date that we have annually for the carnival, which is the third week of June, which is the week that Upper Merion school, or the week after Upper Merion schools let out, which has been proven to be an ideal time for us, and given the fact that this late into 2025, nearing the beginning of 2026, most vendors we would have struggled to find somebody that would give us a week that was ideal for us. Tons of Fun really actually helped step in and plug a gap that was that we were exposed to. Just for reference and in terms of vouching as a vendor, Tons of Fun operates the annual Community Day over in Hoyser Park for Upper Merion. They do Spring Hill Fire Company in Conshohockins Carnival. They do Lower Providence's big carnival every year. Basically, they are the carnival provider in the region.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that question. Do you have any additional questions? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. All right, next up we have unfinished business. Are there any items of unfinished business? Oh, sorry.
We had an
All right, sorry about that. Next up for council consideration, we have Resolution 2026-18, authorizing an agreement with Robert Half to provide temporary staffing services.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion from Mr. Shank. Do you have a second from Ms. Gundrum? Do you have any questions or comments from council or the public? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. Now we can move on to unfinished business. Do we have any items of unfinished business this evening? All right, seeing we don't have any, we can move on to committee reports. Are there any committee reports? All right, we can move on to the mayor report.
Thank you, President Al-Zayed. I want to first congratulate and welcome our new and returning members of Borough Council and wish you luck in the year to come. If you have any questions about being on council, please ask Saba or Kyle, or if you need to, you can ask me. This past weekend, I attended the first ever Montgomery County orientation for elected municipal officials with council members Saba Al-Zayed and Laura Gamble. Appreciate you joining me there. I also met with mayors from across Montgomery County to connect about shared goals and ideas. I'm planning for my first office hours as mayor to be on Friday, January 30th from about 10 a.m. until noon. So you can come and see me then if you have questions or reach out anytime. Other times can be arranged by emailing me to schedule a meeting or a call. At the end of 2025, Mayor Jack Sear and I met with Aaron from Victim Services Center to talk about assistance for people who have been victims of any crimes. Sometimes people have been traumatized by a crime, may think that their incident was not serious enough to warrant help, but trauma from any crime is valid and deserves attention. Chief Borough joined us, and we look forward to helping residents with these issues in 2026. Last week, I had a very positive discussion with Chief Borough about continuing the good work of our Bridgeport Borough Police Department. Last week was Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, and I joined Chief in thanking our dedicated team of officers who are committed to public service. Chief Borough and I talked about working together on panels later this year on issues that include awareness of domestic abuse and how to report issues and protect yourself or your neighbors. When Chief Borough was first hired, he made a commitment to building trust in the community that includes better training and de-escalation techniques. The decisions he and his team have made since his hiring have continued to help build that trust, and I am committed to supporting that. I want to publicly state that our police are trained in de-escalation tactics and work to calm situations, which has helped keep residents and officers safe. They are also prepared to take criminal matters seriously, from assault to theft, and I know they will hold up our expectations to make our borough proud. Last night, I attended the new American Grappling Academy Jiu-Jitsu studio here on 4th Street. Congratulations to Sonny on his early success. I was surprised how many people were there for the first night. I hope to see them thrive here in Bridgeport. My son tried jiu-jitsu for the first time, and we saw a pretty solid crowd, which is a great sign and shows the reputation they already have. This Friday, I will be participating in the kickoff for the Montco 250 celebration. This will be at Valley Forge as we lead this historic milestone right here in Montgomery County. I am continuing to work with Beth Jexier and the Founders Day Committee to build towards a great Founders Day in just a few weeks. And also, finally, in the spirit of what Beth started years ago when she first ran for council, I want to encourage you all to read more in 2026. I'll be using my social media page to talk about public safety issues, but also to look for book suggestions as we promote literacy in Bridgeport. And that is my mayor's report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, we can move on to the chief's report.
Good evening, Bridgeport. I wanted to congratulate all the members that got elected or re-elected to their posts, and especially outgoing Mayor Beth Jexier. She was a great leader, and I appreciate all the time and efforts that she spent with the police department. And welcome incoming Mayor Heil for all the work and his abilities to bring to bear in leadership in the police department. Just briefly, the police department will put out the 2025 stats. We'll be posting it to the website. We handled 10,611 total calls, which is a lot of contact with our residents. We had a 70% closure rate over 2025, so that's excellent stuff. Recently, our focal point has been more DUI enforcement. I've got guys to additional training, whether it's, they call it the SFST wet lab. So all of our younger officers to get trained with additional additional training to bring them up to speed so that they can make the best decisions on the street to keep our people safe, our motoring people safe. So whether you are using alcohol, a prescription drug, marijuana, or anything else, understand the laws, educate yourself before you go out and put yourself behind the wheel. To that end, within the last couple of weeks, we've had 4 DUI arrests. We had a criminal mischief of a motor vehicle, 600 block at DeKalb Street on the 7th. We assisted Upper Merion Police with thefts from motor vehicles that occurred just outside our jurisdiction off of Jefferson. And we actually stopped a suspect vehicle, and hopefully they'll be able to assist Upper Merion with charges for anybody that was stealing from our neighbors so close in Swedesburg. We had a theft of a motor vehicle on Union on the 10th, and it was recovered the same day. We did generate a warrant. Some cases take more time to generate. We had one for a theft from a residence from, I guess it was August of 2025 that we just got a warrant for. So if there's an outstanding crime, don't necessarily rest your laurels that if you did something like that you're just going to get away. So excellent follow through by the detective division for the police department. That person, Mary Louise Fletcher, is the wanted subject. I hope to bring before council for a vote shortly 2 new officer candidates for Bridgeport for part-time officers. Their names are Dan Lally and Derek Leffler. And I'll give you more information next meeting for that. I was able to meet with the Bridgeport PTC last week up at Bridgeport Elementary School with Principal Grazel. So we had a very good meeting. It's always a pleasure working with the school, talking about how we can do more and utilize our resources to the best way possible so that kids and parents of small children feel safe with their kids going to Bridgeport and getting back and forth from there, whether they're driving off of Ford Street, they're getting off a school bus in Bridgeport, or walking with our under the protection of our excellent Bridgeport crossing guards. And hopefully next time we'll be able to have the holiday lighting for review and for some recognition. Hopefully I'll be able to get that for council next time. So I thank you, and we appreciate all your support. Thanks for everybody that dropped off or sent cookies, food, barbecue. Mission Barbecue dropped off, had a great lunch for us. But so many people we're so thankful for so many people that are thoughtful. Sometimes you think, hey, well, no one likes us, we're wearing blue. And then you just look at that table and you look at the cards from so many thoughtful people, and you just realize, we're grateful for all the support we have here in Bridgeport.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Chief. All right, we can move on to new business. Do we have any items of new business we'd like to discuss? All right, open forum and announcements. Are there any announcements this evening? All right, we can move on to public comment. Are there any members of the public that wish to comment this evening? Yeah, please come up, state your name and address. Yes, the microphone.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany Gralla. I'm a resident, actually, of Upper Merion. Mr. Bello, it's nice to see you in person. We've communicated over emails. I am a professional mural artist, so I wanted to announce, I'm on my tippy toes, sorry. I'm just going to tilt this down. I wanted to announce we're going to have a community painting event over the span of 3 days in April. So it's actually, I'll show you on my computer here. Let me just do it. So the You Are Not Alone is a mental health awareness mural. It's a national campaign to just raise awareness for mental health reduce stigma and just help people to not feel as alone if they're going through life's hardships and mental illness or like deaths in the family, anything. I feel like this mural will touch so many lives and be a really meaningful piece. I'd love to invite you all to help, not only to paint the mural, but to also, we're hoping to have a ribbon cutting on May 1st to dedicate the mural to the community at large and also to kick off Mental Health Awareness Month for May. Speaking of other murals, I noticed that you all, that Bridgeport has recently acquired the property across the street. And I have for years wanted to paint a mural on that wall. So I am here to propose a mural for that wall too. Also, this mural is going to go on the side of the 611 building. So if you're familiar off of that road, and yeah, so it's very high visibility. I'm really excited for it. But the other reason I'm here is to show you some of the mural proposal ideas that I have. So I would love to bring about something that could, I want to get your feedback also, and if you want to set up a call or have a meeting to, discuss this, I would love your input. But I have some ideas myself. Let me just see if I can scroll this backwards. So, possible project wants, borough name and colors, inviting, welcoming vibe, inclusive design, community engagement, or input. So opening it up to the public for their input, maybe to create some kind of, getting kids involved or the students to see what they would like to see included in this mural. So this is the proposed location on the side, 64, I believe is the address, West 4th Street. We could go simple with just lettering, welcome to the borough, Bridgeport. I love the idea of having the logo inside of the O. So we have some potential concepts with different coloring. We could go more high detailed, so going with a lot of detail, a lot of color, make it vibrant, make it a Instagrammable piece where people could, as they're driving by, seeing a really fun or like, wow, I want to check out Bridgeport. This seems like a really cool place. When you add a mural to the community, I know that you all know this, it increases property value, it increases just a lot of just community morale, I feel like is the best way to describe it. So I feel like having this, whatever becomes of this property, I know it's still in acquisition phase, but I would love to be a part of that if I am able to, in some way, help you guys. We could also have it be a collaborative piece, so similar to what we're doing in King of Prussia with that's going to be a paint by number style, where I'm going to lay out the design, have people from the community paint. It's going to be, we could do like designs that are pretty simple for people to just fill in the colors. These are some past examples of work that I've done. I've actually, if you're free tomorrow night, you can come to the high school at Upper Marion. We're unveiling a mural. I've been working with the school district. We had high schoolers help with the design. I've been painting with the middle schoolers all last week to create a piece for the MLK Junior celebration. So tomorrow night is the ceremony at the high school, 6:30 if you want to show up. You can see what the kids have done with me. But some of my past projects working with students or the community in different other projects for murals. But yeah, just throwing some ideas out at you. And
Yeah, Brittany, thank you so much for coming. Thanks you for putting this much effort into it. I know how much effort it takes to put decks together, so thank you for doing that. And I just want to call out that Brittany believed in Bridgeport before a lot of people did, because she was one of our very first volunteers that, if you remember, there was a big table out during our first Bridgeport, and there was a mural that everybody put together that now hangs on decal at the cross. That's Brittany's mural. So you've already put a lot of effort into Bridgeport, so thank you so much for coming again. I certainly would love if you emailed that to me so I can see it in more detail and share that around. Great, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to steal that out. But yeah, I hope you're so proud of your mom. I think she's doing such a good job. And yeah, thanks for the time. I definitely will be in contact personally, but if anyone else has any comments.
Thanks, Brittany.
All right. Are there any other members of the public that wish to comment? Wonderful. We can certainly entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right. It is 8:25, and we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.